Hey guys, what's going on? This is RJ Game News USA here, back today with another video. And I just felt like I wanted to make a video where I talk a little bit and touch a little bit on my history with gaming, my experience with gaming, and give you guys a little insight on what I'm about. I've dropped plenty of this in other videos sprinkled in, but I just want to consolidate it down to one precise video where I'm like, look, this is what I liked growing up. This is what I've enjoyed. This is why I like this. You know, in a timely manner. This is not going to be a very long video. But if you've been a fan of the channel for a while, I hope you enjoy this video. I hope that you hit the like button. And if you're new, so hit the subscribe button. So, for me, my gaming history began in the early 90s. I got 3 games. It actually is like the mid-90s. No, it was like 93, 94, something like that. Well, I got 3 games. I got Mario All-Stars, Super Mario World, and Super Mario Kart, and a Super Nintendo. And by the way, I had my Super Nintendo plugged in for about 10 years. I would still go back to it. And I would still go back to those 3 games in particular as well. I enjoyed them. Super Mario World was my first game I played. It's still my all-time favorite. I fell in love with gaming that day. The way that Mario ran, jumped, moved, the power-ups, the worlds, the bright colors. It all just, the secrets, it felt perfect. It's still the best 2D platformer in my opinion. And Super Mario All-Stars was great. It was more Mario. It was 4 different games. And at the time, I didn't realize they were basically remakes of the NES games. I didn't have an NES first. I had a Super Nintendo first. And then, and Mario Kart, of course, was really fun. And that was definitely one you play with family and whatnot. So it was a good way to start. And obviously Mario is my favorite franchise. And still to this day, it's what I like to do most. What games have I played this year? I played Mario Kart World and I played Super Mario Galaxy 2. What a shock, right? It's followed me lifelong. Even when I took a hiatus from gaming, we'll talk more about that later. A certain game got me back into it, which we'll talk about here in a minute. Then we moved on to the next generation. I got an N64, and Mario 64, of course, was a big deal. It blew my mind. I said, graphics will never be better than this. Of course, I was wrong. Graphics got a lot better than Mario 64, but Mario 64 is still a classic. Still one of the best 3D platformers of all time, if not the best. And loved it. Absolutely. It was so different from anything I ever played. And had a PS1 also. But honestly, I barely played any PS1. I was still a Nintendo kid through and through. Never had a Sega growing up until the Dreamcast. I had a Dreamcast for a little bit. It was, again, the secondary console. Didn't have a handheld until the Game Boy Advance. Again, that felt like a secondary console. I was always the home console Nintendo kid. And when I got the GameCube, a particular game came out that was perfect for me as nearly a teenager. As a preteen going on being a teenager. Super Smash Bros. Melee was life, man. Super Smash Bros. Melee was so freaking cool. I had so much fun playing that against friends and doing the event challenges and all that in the classic mode. That was freaking awesome. The different Nintendo characters. Some of them, they're franchises I played before. Some I didn't. That's how I got introduced to the Fire Emblem series before I even knew what the hell Fire Emblem was. And then we moved on to the Wii era. And when I got a Wii, I was just dying to get a Wii, man. I was a teenager. I was in high school. I had to go save the money myself and figure out how to get one. It took 6 months. I finally found one in a Toys R Us. At the time, I thought motion controls were great. I can't stand them now. I don't care at all for motion controls. It wore on me. But Wii Sports was really cool at the time. You know, and playing Twilight Princess that way was cool at the time. And of course the Galaxy games. Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Played it like 400 hours over the summer between high school and college. Good times. Good times. Memorable times. And I ended up getting a 360 as well. Fell in love with a game called Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. You know, previously I played Call of Duty Modern Warfare. And I played Halo 3. Loved the shit out of those games. Loved Halo. Xbox was quickly becoming my next console I loved after the Nintendo. Didn't really care much for PS3. But still had friends, still had PS3 games, still played some of that too. That era of gaming was peak. Wii, PS3, 360, loved it all. And then as an adult, I was super excited to get the Wii U. I got a Wii U and a PS4. I also had a 3DS. I sort of skipped the DS generation, but with the 3DS, caught back up on it. I had a 3DS, I got a PS4, I did a Wii U. Wii U was my favorite at the time. Enjoyed the shit out of those games. You know, still was playing Call of Duty religiously also, but on PlayStation now. Destiny was an experience for sure. When it first came out, I remember playing that with friends. And then at some point, about 2016, I just lost my interest in gaming. I lost my interest for gaming for about a year. I still kind of had like a 2DS at one point and had a Mario Kart 7 with it for like $80. Barely played it. Then it was holiday of 2017. Mario Odyssey got me off my gaming hiatus. And I absolutely loved it. And then the Nintendo Switch, in my opinion, ended up with the greatest library in gaming history. And then I was super excited to get a Switch 2, obviously. And I went to an Xbox One as well in the late 2019s, early 2020s. And it didn't upgrade to a Series X or nothing. Just kept an Xbox One. Enjoyed the hell out of Game Pass. Had the Switch, and I had Xbox One. And then, at some point, when Xbox just burned me over and over again, not putting Activision Blizzard games on Game Pass, raising the price of Game Pass, and then PlayStation came out with Astro Bot, I finally dipped my toe on PS5. Got me a PS5, and that's where I stream my games today on this channel. Got me a Switch 2, and that's my current setup. PS5 and Switch 2. And this year's been full of lots of great games. I've slowed down my gaming quite a bit. For a few years there, I was really going to town on it again. Now I've slowed it down quite a bit. I'll game a little bit off stream, here and there. But for the most part, what you guys see me do on stream is what I play. And right now, I've been enjoying Madden. Madden's been a franchise. It's been around for me my entire life, practically. And every year, I love it. Some years, I take a break. But this is not one of those years. And so, that's sort of my history. My brief 1,000-foot view of what I've been into with gaming for anybody that really cares. But I'd really like it if you guys would leave some of your gaming history in the comments below. Tell me what's your favorite game, what's your favorite console, or your favorite memory. I remember one year for Christmas, I got Glover and Rampage. It was probably late 90s for the N64. And I flipped out. Now, I didn't even know what the hell Glover or Rampage was. And I did play those games, and really there were kind of mixed results on how much I liked them. But I just remembered that particular Christmas so well. I remember getting those games and being excited. So I just want to have a chill video where we just have fun and let's discuss some of our favorite memories. Not every video always has to be rah rah. Why'd this company fire these people? Why are they fucking us over? Why is this person an idiot? Not every video has to be that way. So for once, let's be a little positive in the comments. Let's talk about things we liked. Things we like about gaming, things we want to see in the future. I appreciate y'all listening. If you made it this far in the video, I really do. Thank you for being subscribed to the channel. Thank you for watching the videos. It means a lot. I'll see y'all later.